one of the most interesting things was on that CNN town hall last night to watch the reaction after the fact. They've run out of spin. God love him. I actually feel bad for him. I feel bad for David Axelrod. I do. I think he's actually, for the most part, a straight shooter. And he knows he was with Obama, for God's sake. He knows a talented political candidate when he sees one. This ain't it. And you could hear sort of the dejection by the panel that CNN did everything it could to set her up for success. It's not that Anderson Cooper didn't ask any challenging questions. He threw some at her. He did follow up with her on a couple of issues, and she was totally flat-footed. She's so not used to it. But make no mistake, the whole thing was set up by CNN and agreed to by Kamala Harris to be a Trump is Hitler extravaganza. And even they knew on that panel after the fact, it didn't work. She didn't break through. Here's Axelrod last night.
She could be clinical on some of these economic issues. She was great on the long-term care for the elderly, to help people in the sandwich.
So the anecdote about helping her mother put on her sweater and her final...
The things that would concern me is when she doesn't want to answer a question, her habit is to kind of go to word salad city. And she did that on a couple of answers. One was on Israel. Anderson asked a direct question, would you be stronger on Israel than Trump? And there was a 7-minute answer, but none of it related to the question he was asking. On immigration, I thought she missed an opportunity because she would acknowledge no concerns about any of the administration's policies. And that's a mistake. Sometimes you have to concede things. And she didn't concede much. No one's going to be Bill Clinton, but you do want to relate to the people in front of you. She didn't do a lot of that. She didn't ask them questions. She didn't address them particularly.
No, there was almost no warmth in her performance whatsoever. And another point Halpern was making was he does not think Axelrod would be speaking like that if he didn't know she's going to lose. That he just wouldn't be that frank about her failings at such an important event for her. And, repeated criticisms. And he's exactly right. I mean, honestly, that's truth-telling there. She didn't connect. She can't. She doesn't have it in her. She didn't build a life that allows her that sort of emotional connection with people or the ability to have the confidence to show who she really is. That's the thing about Trump is he shows us who he is. It's not always pretty, but it's real. It's authentic. Somehow that's more steadying. She makes you feel unstable. Like, I have no idea what I am hiring. It's like, remember I told you about my friend? My friend's friend runs this big corporation, and he hired a girl right out of college. She was totally normal on the interviews. And then when she got to the company, she said she identified as a tiger and started wearing a tail and ears. Holy shit. Whoa. Now, that's the kind of feeling Kamala Harris gives you. Like, I don't know what I'm hiring. She could show up at the White House in the tiger tail and ears. This is a rhetorical device I'm using here. I don't think she'll actually do that. But I don't know what I'm buying. I think I'm buying a far-left liberal from San Francisco who's trying to act a little bit more moderate so she can win a presidential election. But I don't want a radical in the presidency, and almost no one does. Even the Democrat Party has realized in the context of this race how effed up their policies have been on social matters in particular. Now, it's going to be interesting when Ro Khanna comes on next hour because he's not in step with his own party anymore. I mean, his party is not running on those lunatic social issues we saw after George Floyd and the trans stuff. They're running away from all that stuff. They're pretending, like we saw with Colin Allred, the liar in Texas running against Ted Cruz, that they haven't voted to approve boys and girls sports, that they haven't tried to make it easier for these radical doctors to trans kids who only have a problem with bullying or survived a sexual assault and don't want to chop off body parts to become, quote, the opposite sex. They just need therapy. They need help and they need love. Anyway, that party is fracturing over those social issues. And so the Republicans are winning on it. And I think Kamala Harris is totally in line with all those controversial issues that the country's rejecting. So, of course, she has to dodge. Now, I think part of the problem is she can't say she's disavowed everything that she stands for. She had to pick her top few, like open border. Yeah, that'd be a good one to disavow. Medicare for all, no more private insurance. Yeah, that'd be a good one. And she had to disavow her fandom for banning fracking because she would absolutely have sealed her fate in Pennsylvania as a loser. So she did. But she can't then be like, and I'm also no longer for trans surgeries on minors. And I'm no longer for boys playing in women's sports. And I'm no longer for funding these sex change operations for illegals in prisons on the taxpayer dime. And, she can't. And she is in favor of those things. So it's an easy one to just try to dodge on these social issues. Anyway, my point is simply she's struggling and we can see it. Now, it doesn't mean she can't pull it out. I will tell you, James Carville, he's got a piece out today in which he says he knows she's going to win. He says he just knows it. Hold on, I'll try to find it for you. He's got a gut feeling, he says. And there's not a lot of science behind his gut feeling, but I'll tell you how he got there because it kind of shows you that it's all feels. What Carville is saying is Trump's going to lose and Kamala's going to win because she's got more money than he does. She raised $1 billion in 3 months and he has nowhere near that amount of dough. And it really does matter that he thinks the John Kelly stuff, the Trump is Hitler stuff is going to permeate into the ether and that people are going to sort of do the right thing when it comes to him. And that he just trusts in the American people to do the right thing. Well, that's not going to do it. Yeah, here it is. He also points out that Trump's a repeat electoral loser and goes off about how Trump, since he won in 2016, the Republicans suffered historical losses in 2018 in the midterms. Trump lost the 2020 election. In 2022, there was no red wave. Post-Dobbs, things have been bad for the Republicans at the ballot box, and that's a hangover. And it's haunting the Republican Party. But I have to say, his main thing is his gut. It's just a feeling, he writes. My final reason is 100% emotional. And then he writes, I refuse to believe that the same country that has time and again overcome its mistakes to bend its future toward justice will make the same mistake twice. America overcame Mr. Trump in 2020. I know that we are better than this. I refuse to believe that Trump will be elected. Well, there's your problem right there, Mr. Carville. You're too immersed in Democrat circles. You haven't been talking to enough people who see the world differently and see Trump differently. With the holidays approaching, here's a gift to make your loved ones feel special. Cozy Earth. This year, wrap your family in ultimate comfort and enjoy peaceful nights, starting with the right sheets. Cozy Earth's bamboo sheet set offers everyday luxury everyone will love. It's the gift of unparalleled comfort, making every night a serene escape. For holiday pajamas, Cozy Earth's women's bamboo pajama set and men's pajamas are must-haves. They're stylish, super soft, and perfect for cozy mornings or lazy evenings by the fire. What sets Cozy Earth apart? Their temperature-regulating fabrics keep you cool and cozy. Plus, they offer a 10-year warranty, so these gifts will last for many holidays to come. Wrap the ones you love in luxury with Cozy Earth. Head to CozyEarth.com/MK and use my code MK for up to 40% off. Just go to CozyEarth.com/MK. If you get a post-purchase survey, tell them you heard about Cozy Earth from Megyn Kelly. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.